Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Amberley, aka China, and you know I'm back. I have a very, very special surprise for you, and you don't even want to know the half of it. So I got David Duane with me. He does everything from PR to event coordination to managing. He does all of that. We got a special announcement for you today, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you. David, go ahead.
Hey. I don't even know what to say because that intro was just perfect. I'm just like, whoa. First of all, I want to say, thanks for allowing me to be a part of your platform because I've watched a lot of your interviews and got to say, like, wow, it's so dope to connect with somebody who's around the same age as me that's actually making moves in the industry versus people that don't know how to make moves. Like, that's the big thing that happens around in our age. People always think they want to be in the industry, but they don't know where to start. So I've always been able to figure out, like, where was a good start for me versus trying to figure out, like, okay, so why am I laying here? Like, just get up. Don't figure out why you're laying. Just get the hell up.
So I met you. How we met was funny. I met you through Amani because I was trying to interview him at SOBs.
And then I was trying to get a hold of you.
So he gave me your email, and then you called me, and you were just like, "All right, everything's good to go. Paulie confirmed this, then the third, and then you were just like, "What's your Instagram?" So I said, "Made in Vietnam." You started freaking the fuck out. I was just like, oh shit, like what did I do now? And he's just like, yo, I've been trying to reach you, I was so happy. Like, I called her, I was like, yo, this man knows me. So like, it was real recognized real. So I was just like, damn, that's dope to me. So shout outs to Amani for that. So like I said, you are multi-talented. Thank you for blessing my show.
Of course, I told you I would be here.
I know, and I'm happy you made it because postponed on me a couple times, but we good.
Listen, I'm a man of my word always.
I always know that. So, real quick, I'm going to do a brief history so that way people can know you a little bit. So, where are you from? Born and raised?
So, I was born in Philadelphia, but I'm born and raised in Bear, Delaware. So, I live there, but I'm always back and forth between New York and Philly, like that, depending on, what it is as far as business is concerned, whether I have to be with a client or if I have to be at a session for my own music or a concert, doing media coverage. It just depends on
You're always traveling.
But just, this whole tri-state area.
You're definitely always traveling. I've noticed that. How long have you been into music?
Into music since I was a kid. Like, my father was in a band and stuff like that, so he played the guitar. So funny thing is, like, when I was a kid, my parents would play Prince all the time. So, like, Let's Go Crazy and everything, like all those Prince songs, Kiss, everything. Like, when they turned it on, I was just like in there vibing because I just felt what the message was with the music. And I've always been able to feel what the message was more so than just be like, oh, this is just music, this is just sound. It was sound, but there was a deeper meaning to it for me. So from that moment on, I knew that music was something that was going to be a part of me forever.
So that's the minute you knew that you wanted to be in this industry. Somehow, some way, you're getting in it.
And then, shout outs to Folgers, even though, we ain't supposed to be plugging them, but I want to say, like, that old tap commercial that they used to have was just, like, so lit to me. So I remember watching it, and I was like, oh, my gosh. But I want to dance. Because they were tap dance. I was like, they are going so in. So at the age of 6, I took modern jazz, ballet, tap, hip-hop, and I did that up until I was 15 before going to military high school in PA, which is weird because I don't talk about it. People are always like, wait a minute, military high school? Like, how did that work? Honestly, it was one of those things that was a serious struggle where I even sit here today and I'm like, how did that work? Because every year I was like, I'm not going back. I had a hernia repair surgery my sophomore year. So I was almost on the fence of, you know what, I'm not coming back because I just don't feel like, or was that my junior? One of the two. I was like, I'm not going to do this because I'm at risk of myself. Like, it was just so much stuff that was going on with me health-wise that...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. It was just crazy. So I had to push myself to finish because I'm always a believer of, if you start something, please finish it.
Finish it.
And that education was expensive. So I'm literally in the back of my head, like, I want to finish it. I'm thinking about how much money is being spent. Like, if I even said the number, y'all be like, what
that's like college.
The fuck? But it's beyond college. It's like, I'll just say 100,000.
Ugh, okay. on a
Yuck.
lighter note,
But on a lighter note.
because we're gonna get a little deeper and personal towards the end. You have a radio show called A Daily Dose of Duane.
That's actually my quotes that I post on my social media, which is pretty much like an insight of my thoughts. Where sometimes I'm just like looking at different people's situations that they're going through in life, or maybe something that I'm going through on a daily basis.
Cute. Okay. I like that.
So it's just like a taste of like what's in my mind, because sometimes people always get it confused just by a video on social media. Well, here's a chance to understand what I'm actually thinking, because I'm actually putting direct subliminals out there without adding people's names. And it's not to be like in a shady sense, because I feel like if I wanted to add you, I'll call you.
Oh, yeah.
But it's but the show is On Air with David Duane. I do it every Wednesday, 10 to 12 Eastern Standard Time on my platform, My Fierce Wings Radio, that I created 7 years ago. Because I knew that I also, outside of wanting to dance, wanting to do music, because marketing and PR was an accident. Like that was...
It was an accident.
It was an accident. I'll tell you why. I started working with Dawn, who was in Danny Kane and Dirty Money.
Okay.
So I started doing a lot of her campaign and stuff like that while she was still in the group, and then post going into Dirty Money.
Okay.
And then I was doing some street team stuff with Day 26, who now I do their digital, their overall marketing and PR. So while I was in that time, I always knew that I wanted to be an artist, but Dawn had me like send stuff to like That Grape Juice and Wrap Up. Like this is when like they first started,
came
like
out.
Nicole Bitchy and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But she's like, yeah, just send it out and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Blog placements. I was like, damn. So I was like, okay. God. And then I just got into it. So I learned what social media was. So I learned what Hootsuite was, and hashtagging, and being able to really use Twitter and work the hell out of MySpace until it fell the hell off. And then use Facebook, and then Instagram.
Yes. It's a lot.
So it was a lot.
It's a lot.
So to bring it back to On Air with David Duane, and at the time I was like, you know what, I want to create a platform where people can, you know, be interviewed by me, and it not be like, let's say it's Mimi from Love and Hip Hop, who's a good friend to my show. I'm not going to sit there and interview her talking about Love and Hip Hop the whole damn interview.
Yeah, you want to know who that person is.
I want to know what's going on with her business, how's Eva doing, you know, how she's growing as a woman in her new relationship, and, you know, what else she has going on. I was talking about Love and Hip Hop for 2 seconds, and then I'm like...
And that's it. Because that's what everyone wants to hear.
Everyone
wants to hear that, and she's probably tired of talking about it.
She's way tired of talking about it.
Exactly.
So, like, even if I was to interview Brandy, so that I want to ask Brandy questions, or Monica questions that people have not even asked them. Make them feel like it's personal.
Exactly.
Instead of it being an interview, let's make it a conversation, because I grew up listening to your music. You're the same age as my brother and my sister. So I want to connect. And for you to feel that connection
on a personal level.
I felt that Angel in the Skies record. I felt that.
Yeah.
Like
that just hit my heart too.
Brandy was saying some shit with that record. Like, let's be real.
That whole album just had my heart. I felt that. So what sparked the transition from, I know that you said you always wanted to be an artist. So tell me, this is the exclusive I had for you. Tell me why now?
Why now? Because for me, as a business on the Urban Fierce group side, which is my marketing company, PR company, I've done a lot for a lot of artists. You know, we work with Day 26, Brian Angel. I'm doing some work with Exit 21, Amani. We've worked with Sebastian Michael, Rotimi, Babs, Sophia Fresh. Like, we've worked with a lot of different people. So, but ideally, initially, that company was to house me and strictly me. It turned into something else by God. And I'm grateful for that, because that's where I say it was a mistake in that sense, because it got so overwhelming, and it gets overwhelming. But I work with amazing clients, and I have amazing help. Like my friend Paulie, like she helps with a lot of the day-to-day stuff, even with myself, or even just hear my emotions, or hearing what, you know, the guys are going through too, or what, just stuff in general. So now was the time, because I've been putting out a lot of different radio content for years. You've heard me interview, you've seen me here, you've seen me there. But now it's time for people to get to know who I am as a person. because there's a lot.
Exactly.
There's a lot in 25 years that
exactly.
people would not even imagine. People always ask me the question of, what's your sexuality? Listen to the Unapologetic album. You'll hear about
You'll
it.
know.
What about the time when you work with X, Y, and Z? Hear about it. What's going on in the current state of your mind right now working with this, or, how have you dealt with depression? Which is something that I've been dealing with like on and off for years, 7 years, like crazy. 2 years now being comfortable in my own space. So now I want people to hear
what you have to say.
Yeah, what I have to say and what that transition is like. Because it's a hard road in this industry. And a lot of people don't understand. They look at Instagram and they'll be like, oh, that's great. You're hanging out with this person, you're hanging out with this person.
But it's so much more than that, and that's what they don't get.
It's so much more than that, and it's so much work.
So much work.
And there's so much harassing that I got to do to just get this work.
Exactly. See? Someone understands me.
And we can connect on that level.
Exactly. So when is your single dropping?
Everybody wants it to drop, actually wants 2 singles to drop on my birthday, which is April 27th.
Are you going to do it then, or are you going to do a little bit sooner? Are you going to do a little bit later?
It might be a little bit later, just due to the fact that I want to make sure that everything is really perfect, mixed and mastered the right way. It's pop music, but it's being heavily influenced with the R&B sound and hip hop. So it's going to throw people off because it's not going to be something that you necessarily would hear me say, and that's in a sonic wave more than what I'm verbally saying.
Because there's a difference between you as a radio personality and you as an artist. It's because your art is different at that time.
Right.
Like this, during interviews, you're using your verbal art in a different way, where you're like getting someone to explain it in a crafty manner, and then you have your artist side, which I feel is amazing because artists get so much respect from me. It's just the good ones. It's just the good ones. It's just the studio time you guys put into it, the amount of money you guys spend, what you guys got to go through. Like, that's a lot.
When I think about all the money that has been spent, I'm just like, I have to finish it. It's like you have to have it. You have to hear how I express myself because I did it for a reason. And I feel like with any platform that I have, it's to inspire people, most importantly. I'm not just doing it because I want to do it. Because honestly,
it's for a reason.
It's all purposes. Once this album drops, there's an EP that comes out, and then there's a Christmas one, and then I'm out.
That's it?
That's it. Unless people respond well.
Okay.
I want to.
But you gotta put that. You gotta manifest that.
I want. It's a strong body of work, and there's a lot of topics that are being discussed. So within that time that each project comes out, because there'll be visuals with it. I'm doing a photo shoot this Thursday's like that. I want people to be able to digest it, sit with it for a little bit.
As they should.
Yeah, because it's like there'll be artists that put out music all the time, and it's then like there's no break.
Not put no promo, not put no visuals, and it's just like, are you just gonna keep putting out songs? Like, because I want a visual to this. I want to see you perform it. I want to see you promote it. I want everyone else to learn to love it the way that I love it.
Right.
But most artists just drop it, they forget about it, and then they don't even come back to it.
No.
You feel me?
They just put it out, and then it's like they won't even tour off of it.
That's done. No, yeah, exactly. So it's just like...
And that's what I plan on doing, too.
It's just taking up space in my phone at this point. So I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Like, I really am. When I was on live when I saw you make the announcement, I was just like, yes,
A lot of people were watching. And the response was crazy because I wasn't expecting that people would actually be watching. Like, because sometimes you never know who's watching. And a lot of people show love. Like my brother Brian, he popped in the chat. He was talking. Exit 21, they were in there. And just being able to have that support. And then like my best friends that have known me since I was like a kid were watching. It's like that. And, comment. And so it was a lot of support then. And I had multiple announcements. So it was
you
just
did.
Like,
you went on live for consistently.
It was like
a
whole hour. And people were like watching.
Because we're here for it, David.
Yeah.
We are here for it. Because you're surrounded by talent. So obviously, it's all going to absorb and it's all going to come out in a different type of way.
It surprises me, though, that people actually rock with me outside of everything else. Like, me for who I am. So it's a lot to digest at times. So that's like, for me, when I go on live, I'm just like, okay, even if it's like 2, 4, 10, 15, however many people are in here, cool. That's fine because you're seeing the real me. You're not painting this bullshit picture. Excuse my French. But it's like...
Curse all you want on the show. Curse
true,
all you want on the show.
You know, I'm trying to keep it, a little bit professional. But I just recognize the fact that people love me for who I am. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's an amazing thing that people do because I wasn't comfortable with who I was. Mm-hmm. I'm just now getting into my own skin 2 years. And
now you're getting... It takes a lot to learn how to love yourself again. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to like go, especially with the industry we're in where it's very cutthroat and all they want to do is cut your neck off. Mm-hmm. And you kind of got to be like, listen, no, I'm the shit. And I believe I'm the shit, and you're gonna believe I'm the shit. And if you don't, then bye.
Right.
Like, that's literally how you gotta be with this industry.
And you know what the number one thing is with this industry that I did not take for an answer? I never took no. I think that's where is my biggest success. I've taken no as not right now.
Yes.
So anything that I've done, like whether it be wanting to work with a producer or an artist or wanting to get an interview on my own platform, not right now was the approach that I took.
So, the whole reason behind the takeoff, as you know,
yes,
I celebrate struggle, I celebrate strength. Everyone has a story that we've all been through, and no one knows it because, like I said on social media, we all act perfect.
Yep.
So perfect, no one knows what's wrong. But you have fans out there and people that check in to your social media to see what you're up to. And when everyone goes through struggles, I don't care if you're a millionaire, you're going through some kind of struggle, whether it's a heartbreak or just something bothers you. And it's okay to talk about it because when you talk about it, other people get inspired by it. They're just like, well, if he went through all of that, what am I sitting here crying for? No, get the fuck up. You got 5 minutes to cry, and then you be a fucking gangster. Handle your shit.
Let me even tell you a story about that. Last week, I wanted to cry so bad because I was going through something.
I knew you were going through something.
But guess what? When I tried to do it, it did not happen. I was like, God, give me the strength to just let it all out. Nothing came out. Because I think he wanted me to realize that I was stronger than I give myself credit for. And nothing came out. I was just like, oh, so I just have to brush my shoulders off.
And try again.
And keep it moving. And I did just that. Felt nothing. I was numb. I was just like, you didn't want to be bothered? Cool.
That was literally... No, I feel like last week was a weird week because I had a bad weekend also. And it's just like, you're trying to cry, but you're just like, fuck that. I'm not about to cry. Like, you...
Because you can't go back to that place where you once
so
were.
It's like, my tears aren't going to do anything for me. Yeah, I could release it for, like I said, 5 minutes. And then it's just like, no, now you get the fuck up and now you handle what you got to handle.
Right.
So my question for you is, name a time in your life where you felt like you wanted to give up, and what did you say to yourself to be like, I'm not throwing a red flag on myself?
Ooh, what sense of give up? Because there's many ways I can
just in general, just leaving this music shit behind, because we all go through it where we're just like, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. But deep in your heart, you know you're not about to give up. Like, what was that moment for you?
Well, it was recently. It was like very recent. I had a situation come about where it was just not any communication at all. And I had to seriously ask myself, is this worth it? What is this doing for me? I know what I've done for myself, but how much longer of this can I take? And I remember that I made a commitment to do what I wanted to do with the situation. And I've been successful in that regard. So throw my emotions to the left and to the right of me and just focus. Like, and that's like 9 times out of 10. I always say, fuck your emotions. Like, honestly, David, fuck your emotions, because this industry is not built off of emotions. Because if it was, half of the people that are out here selling out venues and that are really doing these amazing numbers on Billboard and iTunes, they wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a Heart. We wouldn't have a SZA. But those artists right there are artists that have been able to
channel their pain
energy
into their music.
Speak about it. So for me, I'm just like, look, whatever it is, channel it into the music It's gonna be cool. You know what you have to do to get by, and just do that, and don't even worry about it. Like if you decide that it's a done and deaded thing, let it be what it is.
So, what do you want your legacy to be? Because I know you're leaving one.
Definitely, I want to say, since I love Prince, I want to say iconic like Prince in the sense of an overall perspective. And I say that because I have the offer the music, being a personality, the PR, the marketing. So there's a lot of layers to me that people see.
Yeah, of course.
So I want to be that iconic because Prince was dope in his own regard. He was
His own
badass. I'm badass. Like my attitude is just like, Prince had that about him. So, and he left that. He had so much swag, and there's so much swag with me too. Not saying I want to model myself to that, but well, fuck it, might as well.
You could, you could,
because we're both dope ass people. So definitely in a sense of like how Prince left his legacy,
and that's
but just
never
perspective.
ending. It's a never ending legacy. I promise you that. Okay, so we're gonna do this little lightning round. We might throw some shade at somebody, but you know.
I like.
So I'm gonna start off. I know you do. We're gonna start with some randoms, some favorites. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of your favorite stuff to do, and then there's another question at the end. But first, I'm gonna start off with when is your birthday and what sign are you?
April 27th. I'm a Taurus.
Oh yeah, you are a Taurus. Taurus are cool. I have a couple Tauruses. Your favorite vacation spot?
Favorite vacation? New Orleans.
That's random. Why?
Cause it's hot. It's somewhere to get away from.
It's a lot of places.
I love the
that
South. I love the South.
Okay. The food's rocking. Favorite drink?
Rocking. Ooh.
Alcoholic.
Red or white wine?
Choose one. Are you
No,
asking
I'm just
me?
saying period.
Oh.
No, but I like red wine.
Red wine makes you, did you hear that myth? That red wine makes you a little horny?
Does it?
That's what I was told by someone. So if you're on a date and the man tries to give you red wine,
I know it might make me a little witty, but I don't know about the horny part.
I mean, I don't know. I don't drink wine
I was
like
about
that.
to say something, but I'm just...
Anyways,
get to that part.
Favorite snack, and I'm talking about an actual snack.
An actual snack.
Not a person.
Damn!
You can say that too, though.
Nah, there's too...
But not if you can give me only letters, because I don't want letters on my show.
Nah, I don't even want to give them that much credit quite yet.
Favorite snack?
Favorite snack? Cookies. Sugar cookies.
Favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant has to be TGIF. Right.
Favorite song?
Favorite song? Ooh. I'm gonna go with Rhythm of Love by Danny the King. Like I just love that song. It's just if that was the last song that I could listen to for the rest of my life, that'd be one. And then K Michelle has one that I absolutely love, and it's called, what is that damn song?
You love K Michelle.
Nightstand. Love K Michelle.
Love K Michelle. I love her too.
She's
her
my favorite snack.
Her album's dope. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite singer besides Brian?
Favorite singer? Her.
Her.
Her and Eric Bellinger.
She's so she's so dope. So dope. I love her. Eric is dope too.
I got a chance to meet her in November.
Very
dope.
That's dope as hell. Your favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite emoji?
Favorite emoji? What is that one that I always use nowadays?
The one with the one eye with the tongue out? Because that's what you always send me.
I always send you that one. It might be, but that might be me flirting too when I say
You're
that.
not flirting with me.
You never know that.
You're not flirting with me.
You never know.
It's just I'm late. Oh, tongue out, emoji out. Face. I'm like
what kind of
I already know. I already know. You're gonna be an hour late. I already know. Are you dating?
No.
Okay. Why?
Open to dating. Why am I not dating? Because I've been able to find the right person. I feel like in the regards of men or women, they play too many games. It's either it's a quick fuck or it's a quick fuck. Isn't that it's just that. It's just that, and I'm different. Like I'm not cool with nude pictures. I don't give a damn.
No one is cool with nude pictures.
even if we're in a relationship, I don't want the beginning to be
no
nude.
woman is okay with nude pictures because
No.
that one in the back was just like, I like nude pictures.
Because it's crazy.
It's crazy. I don't want to see your junk. Like I want to. What's up here?
Yeah.
What's up
I'm
here?
more so, I want to know what's on your mind, your personality. I want to get inside of you, not physically get inside of you. We can get to that later. Once I find out what you're all about.
Exactly.
I feel like you gotta hold a certain manner about yourself. You
do.
just sending out pictures and just being all sexual already. It's just like, where's the fucking class?
Here's the thing with that. If you're so quick to offer that to someone else, like to me, you're so quick to offer that to everybody else. So what makes me so exclusive? If you're just doing that to everybody, because I don't feel special.
It doesn't.
I feel disrespected. If anything,
they're willing to do it for anybody and by any means.
Anybody.
And that's
If that
the crazy
person
part.
doesn't make you earn them, that's why I say be friends first. You have to be friends first, because 3 months down the
So let me ask you
line,
this. Why don't people want to be friends first though?
because we have this mindset mentality that we're gonna break up with that person. That person is going to hurt me. So our guard is all the way up here.
Right.
So when somebody is really trying to be genuine, we don't know how to act. We're just like, is there something about you? What are you hiding? What is
true.
it? You know, that's why people have that mindset. But here's the thing. You have to be ready for a relationship to attract one. And now there's different types of people. I like to call dream chasers a different breed because we are definitely a different breed where we have no time to waste. I have no time to fuck you and be out.
Yep.
Like, I'm at the point where my career
that's what it's
like,
going to be.
if that's- establish
right
that.
then and there.
If you are as real as you say you are, you need to put that on the table, because any man that's a real player can tell a woman the truth and have it go down. But you have to give her the option of whether or not she wants to fuck with you.
Right.
Don't lie to me, because now it's just like, you're a fuckboy. You're not a man, you're a fuckboy. You can't even tell me the truth for me to fuck with you. You ain't that man. You ain't the man. You feel me?
Right.
And that's why I think people do that, because we always like to think the worst first instead of, you know what, I'm gonna marry
Everybody's
this
guilty of
person.
that. But we just gotta be like, you know what? I'm not gonna put too much into it
By step.
and just let it ride. And that's what I'm learning to do. Just like to do the
gotta
whole
take
getting
your
to know
time.
people process. Is that what it is?
Getting to know someone.
But
Favorite
then-
color, favorite food, favorite everything. Yo, we both just looked at Brian like, son.
Sit still, midget. Sit still.
I'm done. He's been wilding the whole time behind you, by the way. He doesn't agree with what I say, but it's cool.
I know he doesn't.
I know he doesn't. Most men don't.
Brian lives a
It's
wild
okay.
life, but that's another subject.
Well, he's an R&B singer. Most R&B singers do. You get to speak your piece later. Most R&B singers do.
They do.
They do.
And some aren't honest about it, too.
Don't get me started on that. I just feel like dating an artist in general is hard. Like, I don't do
I
that.
feel like dating and anybody in entertainment is hard, period. But it's not. It's as hard as you make it. If you can understand, I feel like if you can understand, I'm gonna be
The
here,
lifestyle.
the lifestyle. I'm gonna be here and maybe away for like 2 weeks, and I have to be here. If they can understand that schedule part, then it's a win. If they can't understand that first,
First, you have to be confident and secure within yourself. And here's the thing. It's just like, I feel as though a lot of people are they're insecure when they treat someone wrong, because it's just like, I feel like that person deserves better because they don't love themselves enough. So here's my rule. If you don't love yourself enough, you damn sure don't have any love left for me.
right?
So that's where people...
And they should.
That's
and you shouldn't
an
be in
issue,
anything.
because people
Should be
always
alone,
put
figuring it out.
you gotta be alone, you gotta figure it out, because if you keep jumping from relationship to relationship, you're carrying all that negative toxic energy
Yep.
into the next one, and you
It's
don't
good to
want to do
have
that.
No baggage. Like, I've been single 7, 8
Could
years
have
now.
baggage, but like to a certain extent, like, listen, babe,
Baggage
this
needs
is
to be
how I
about-
get.
This baggage needs to be about this big. I don't
Not that kind of baggage, right? Because I need more than that.
Listen, that's a whole nother subject.
That's a whole nother subject. We don't talk about that on the
Yeah,
TikToks.
it's a little bit too deep.
That's what she said.
Right.
Anyways, all right. We're gonna wrap this up real quick. I need you to shout out your social media.
So on Twitter, it's David, but it's weird. It's David Duane with 2 I's since this bastard would not give me my name. Like, he decided he wanted to tweet me one day and said, I'm alive and well. Thanks. But I want my fucking name. So, until then, that's what it is.
Okay.
David Duane on Instagram, David Duane Official on Facebook, and then same with YouTube. Everything is on davidduane.com, mfweradio.com. That's in Urban Fierce. Everything at Urban Fierce. If you can't find me on my own, go there.
How do they find your radio show?
All social handles are at MFWE Radio.
Okay.
So they can go to the website as well too, and everything will be there. It'll take you to like a listen now, where they can go to previous segments. Just the blog posts are just literally just interviews, so if they just want to get straight to the shit. Just go there, because I be straight to the shit, so it'll be like, I don't even want to hear this nigga talk all the damn time.
Exactly. All the links are at the bottom of your screen. I am made in Vietnam __ on Twitter and on Instagram. I think that's my Snapchat. I don't know.
What about Snapchat? Oh, I am David Duane on Snapchat too.
There you go. My Snapchat is made in Vietnam with a 3. Don't know how that happened.
I gotta follow you on
But it happened. You do. I don't use it a lot. Also, one more thing. What's up?
Because of the new update, or you just don't fuck with it?
The new update fucked me up, and I was like, well, there goes that.
Damn, well, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't know how to use it. My messages disappear. I see people, like, it's just like, I was just talking to this person. Where did it go? But yeah, I don't use Snapchat a lot. I mostly use my Instagram and my Twitter. I've been going on my rants. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that red button at the bottom. I need that. China needs that. So it's been the takeoff. I have David Duane. Up next, I got Brian Angel. You already know it's your girl Amberlay, aka China, aka Mulan, aka Vietnam, whatever the fuck you guys want to call me. I'm over and I'm out.